just opened. Um, should be pretty slow. There's literally no news today. There's going to be news tomorrow through Friday. Pretty stacked week, actually. Let's take a look real quick. Um, yeah, so we got tomorrow 10 a.m. two red folders. Wednesday, holy cow, that is stacked. 8:15, 8:30, 2 o'clock, and 2:30. Thursday 8:30 and 10. Friday 8:30 and 10. That is an insanely stacked week. That is crazy. Um, so that's MNQ starting off pretty slow. Let's turn this down to 6 range. I'm really not anticipating too much today, just because of no news, and I really just don't think we're gonna anything crazy, or at least at the open. I mean, once enough data, once enough price action develops, then I think we might get a move, but I doubt it right now. Okay, let's see. So all the stocks are, they didn't really gap up at all. Yeah, basically every single top 7 stock has not really gapped up or down. They've pretty much opened right around where they closed on Friday. So not terrible. Even like Upstart, nothing crazy. Spirit Airlines, nothing crazy. AMD, nothing too crazy. Shopify, nothing crazy. DWAC, nothing crazy. PayPal, super small 1 point gap down. Disney at 95. Nothing crazy though. And yeah, there's literally no move. I mean, could this go all the way up and kind of, grind on up to like 24? I guess. But, I mean, I just not going to be taking a trade 3 minutes in when price could literally go either way. We just have no idea yet. Because Apple's now selling off, making a new low. Microsoft now is rebounding from the low. Amazon all bunched up. Nvidia all bunched up. Meta, jeez, Meta kind of skyrocketing now. Uh, Google nothing. Tesla nothing. Well, Meta is actually looking pretty decent. I mean, really, that is not terrible. Little sell off into 393.5 and then, wow, up 3 points and going. So once again, that's literally what I'm saying. I mean, again, we'll see how much longer this lasts, but uh, news or futures, just like the indices, I don't know. I might start looking to trade stocks more. Because Meta just made a nice move up, and you would not have been able to catch that at all on indices. Or maybe NASDAQ. Nope, barely. So, yeah, I mean, ES could just be slowly grinding on up. Um, on the daily, this is what we're looking at. On the daily, let me just fix this. Okay, perfect. So on the daily, we basically need to break. Oh, we have two lines there. Basically need to break around 33 to make another all-time high. And we are in this little range though, so yeah, unless there's like some decent intraday price action, a double bottom or whatever, then I'm not really having too high hopes for anything crazy. But yeah, if you just look at the daily on like Apple, Microsoft, you know, Nvidia, everything's just been ripping up like no tomorrow. And let's see, what was the so from 16 to, that's what, 6 points. So I mean, could have been half decent, but not like so insane that like totally missing out. I mean, that's barely anything. And it's not even 9:40. It's not even 10 minutes into the open yet. Price is still settling. I don't know why anyone tries to rush getting in, because the more data that you have on the session, the easier it is. Way, way easier. But yeah, man, meta's looking nice. That is for sure. Let's see, can we even, how would that look on here? Really want to see what meta looks like on a 6 range or whatever. I don't even know if that's possible. uh, okay, maybe we're just gonna rain or not even load. All right, whatever. It's like, yep. So market kind of coming on down. Wow, already retraced 50% of that little grind move up, so nothing crazy. And what do you know? Meta keeps shooting up like no tomorrow. Is anything else following? Apple, not really good. Microsoft, decent but not as good as Meta. Amazon, chop. Nvidia, kinda something there. Google, Tesla now breaking up, not bad. But yeah, Meta guys, look at that, non-stop. So yeah, that's again where would be nice to be able to trade some more stock. But again, you need at least 25 grand and yada 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 and whatever. And again, when futures actually move, they are infinitely better than stocks. But this is just the tough part about futures. But it's not like you only have to trade futures or only trade stocks or only trade this or only trade that. But yeah, honestly, I would not be too surprised if this just really quiet open today. Really not even. I don't even know if later on, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, whatever, will bring better price action. Really not sure. because how much news is front loaded in the week. People could just be taking today off. Um, but yeah, that's just what I'm kind of thinking. There's Meta now 5 points. Would love to see what the option chain, how that's looking. I think it's probably flying. Let's go to Meta options. Where's the 400 call? Wait, can we even see the chart of this? Nope. Of course not. Alright, so last is 13.9 on 400 calls. Just looking at the option chain right now. Just want to see what it'll go to when we break over 400. So 13.9 was like the high at around 399. So 13.9. We'll just write that down. Okay, 13.67, 13.56. So if you had just one of these, it would be 1,390 to 1,360, right? Yes. Yes. Yeah, so that'd be about 30 point or $30 loss so far. Yeah, I mean once again, like I think that people like you know, I don't think options are absolutely terrible to trade. It is nice that you don't need to be able to take 1,000 shares of this. You don't need 100,000 bucks just to be able to potentially take a trade on Meta. So that's the part that's nice about options, because again, that would be 100 grand just locked in there. And of course, I mean, you'd still be like making money on it, but um, you could just have, let's say, 10 or 20,000. Let's say 20,000 in an options account, and 80,000, buying a rental property that can make you 500 bucks a month or something, or 300 or something. Um, and so yeah, right. So yeah, that's just the one thing that sucks about stock trading. Wish there was a little more leverage in it, but whatever. Because yeah, I mean, even with options though, even with options, you still need like at least 25 grand, I believe. Yes. Yep. Yep. That's right. Yeah. Yep. You need 25 grand plus to be able to um, trade options freely, because you can't have a margin account on options. You can only have a cash account, and it'll settle I think one day after. So if you get in with options, you have a $10,000 account, you get in with 5,000, and then you get out break even. That's already $5,000 of buying power that's just out. And yeah, options look really good. Options look very good actually when price is moving, but if it's chopping, you'll get destroyed. So that's the thing. You kind of gotta make sure like you're not only looking at the benefits and the pros of options. But yeah, so ES very, very slow. Let's draw the line at the open here. Vertical line 930. So yeah, little pump up, but nothing insane. Barely above what my stop would be on ES and NQ for that move up. So seriously, like nothing insane. So I mean, we are holding here. I mean, let's see. So let's say you got filled 10 contracts, 13,800. Let's just say. So now 14,000, 13,900, and that's the other thing I don't really like about options, the fact that they're derived off of the stock price. So it'll always kind of like lag a little bit, so you can get totally screwed on your fills. Totally screwed on your fills. And that's where market makers and high frequency trading firms absolutely clean up, because you send an order at market because you panic. They have super fast computers that can easily recognize all sorts of patterns and get in and out literally in like nanoseconds, and um, they'll just flip your contract back basically to you. Yes, now 13,670. What is Meta's IV? 41%, huh? Thought it'd be higher. Or no, 82% on these weeklies. Oh, maybe it is earnings then. I literally have no idea actually. Just seems like the premiums are kind of high. Now 13.65, so what did I say? 13,800, so 13,650, 13,900. Yeah, I mean, options, if you use them correctly, they are good. If you use them on stocks that are moving like Meta in this scenario, they're actually pretty good. But the second that the market starts chopping is when it's just weird stuff starts happening. And I just like stocks because you know that if the price is 39 8.9, you're going to be getting out roughly around there. You can even check the bid ask right here and see 74.82. So 8 cents spread. 8 cents, right? On options right now the spread is 15 cents. 15 cents, double what the stocks are, and options can move way more. And options will always move way more than the stock. So you can get easily slipped. And options have so much less liquidity than stocks. Like this is in a 1 minute, 40, 75, 98, 82,000 shares. And I can't really see what. Wait, is there volume on here? No. Yeah, I can't really see just how much volume has been traded on these contracts. Um, oh, here we go. Here's the break, most likely. So you can't really see how many contracts are being traded there, but it just doesn't really. It's just not as good as just trading the stock. But again, the stocks just require more buying power. So 14,170. So on $14,000 of buying power, you'd be up around $400 right now. Now I think 450. It's at 14.25. And let's say you bought at 399, which is around where you would have bought here. You would be up 600. So 14,000 versus $100,000 of buying power. But now automatically, the last trade was 14, so you'd be up now more on the stock than you would on options. Because just when it was around there 39.3, options now are at like 14, so you'd be up 200. Where up there you'd be up like 300. And again, there's so much more buying power on the stock, but still just wild. So that was a little bit of a failed breakout there on Meta. Since the market's not moving, let's just put Meta on here so you guys can see. So yeah, failed break there, and look at that. So now selling off, options are getting absolutely hammered. 15-cent spread. Now back to 10-cent spread. Last at 13.45. And again, this is where it's just very, very tricky with options because price can just move so much and you really don't know exactly where you're going to get filled. And if you were in puts, let's say here, and the market keeps going up and up and up and up for the wick that it created there, you would probably have a very hard time getting out. And that's the tricky part. Is do you give up 10 cents? Do you give up the 10-cent spread and just hit the bid or whatever to get out? Or do you sell at the mid and kind of risk maybe price moves up again? Or do you sell on the ask to get out and hopefully, price goes a little bit in your direction and then you get out? That's, again, just the trickiest part with options. And and again, like, I know this is turning into like an options just discussion here, but why not discuss it, right? A lot of people like trading options. So the other thing I just don't really like about options is that um, you have like the weeklies that you trade, and the next week, because like on Thursday and Friday, the theta, which is the decay where the options will automatically lose will lose value because options are basically just like an insurance and there's less chance of the option expiring in the money, so price adjusts for that, and so theta automatically destroys it, and it's just more susceptible to like big moves. So when that gets destroyed, you need to go and trade like the next weeks because uh, the weeklies on like Thursdays and Fridays, same week expiration, will be a lot more volatile. So, you can trade those, but unless you want to get absolutely crushed if price goes against you, then you should probably trade next week's. And those always on Thursday and Friday have way, way, way less volume, way less volume. And so then you have to account for that, different price, etc., etc., etc. And if you're not trading any of these top seven names, if you're trying to do Upstart or Save or Shopify, it's just whacked out, and the spreads are going to be way worse. Like Shopify. Let's see what Shopify options would be. Shopify is at 81.84. This is February 2nd. Yeah, so Shopify options barely moving. 7-cent spread on the 82 calls. Yeah. Whole lot of size at the ask. So a lot of people trying to just sell these options. Wow. Yeah. Again, guys, this is why, there is going to be some times where, trading one sort of asset class will yield more gains. And especially with options, very tempting, right? You don't need $100,000 to be able to buy 1,000 shares if you're gonna actually make a decent amount of money, right? You don't need that. You only need 14,000, let's say. Right, and I just remember that's the other thing, is that is that for every one contract, that's basically correlated to about 100 shares of exposure. So, yeah, literally with 14,000 bucks uh, of buying power, you're basically getting the same exposure because 10 contracts times $1,400 equals 14,000, and then 10 times 100 equals 1,000 shares. So yeah, you only need 15% of the same buying power that you need to put on the same risk on shares. But again, right, anything outside of these top seven is horrendous. And then, if you want to play both sides, then you need, like right now, if I wanted to play calls, I would need to play the 400 calls and probably have the 405 calls loaded up as well, because if it breaks above 400, then you don't really want to be trading in the money calls. They're just going to move less. And then, if you want to play puts for, let's say, this retrace down there, then you would need to load up the 395 puts, or maybe those puts aren't really moving well, so maybe you need 397.5, and that's just where it's just like completely whacked out. Um, and yeah, I don't. That's literally why I don't like options. Again, in a perfect scenario, like right here, right, in a perfect scenario where for 10 minutes the market is moving like no tomorrow, that stock is moving like no tomorrow, yes, options are fantastic. But when price is going the other direction, or you miss your fill, or price is going against you now and you need to get out, or it's Thursday or it's Friday and you need to go trade next week, and those are moving, guys, it's so whacked out. And that's why trading the actual stock, meta stock, is better than meta options for a decent majority of the time. And not to mention that, again, if it's Thursday or even Wednesday and price is going against you, and or price is just kind of range bound like this, an option that, let's say you got in here at $7, right? At $7, geez, that is not looking good. So at $7, and let's say price is now here, about, let's say, an hour and a half later, that option might be worth $6, a little bit above. And that's how theta decay works, because it's also time based. And let's say you got the 400 call, where there's a less chance, the farther that you go on, the closer that you get to the market close, that the price is gonna super quickly just run up to and close above 400. So yeah, there's a lot of different factors that go into options pricing, and it's really not. I mean, it's not as complex as like you need to make it. If you're doing some sort of like crazy arbitrage option selling, and um, what even it, like some spread or whatever, then yes, you do need to, like, no, like, you totally need to understand how price moves in options, um, and be like really really good. But if you're just trading, I mean, really all you need to know is just, you know, find your calls, 400, 405, find your puts, 395 same week. That simple. Like, you don't really need to care about theta, vega, gamma, rho, none of that. It's not important for intraday trading. But let's see. Did ES move? Nope. Did NQ move? Nope. So once again, futures really not moving well. Even stocks, um, not moving fantastic. Although Apple actually had a pretty decent move to 190, a little bounce there. That's what I'm saying, right? So you can either trade this, or, damn, Amazon, same thing. Or you can go and trade this on Microsoft. Now again, it's kind of tough. It's actually very very tough to try to find which one's gonna which one's going to be making the good move, because on some days Google might have the insane move and Nvidia could be chopping around, or it could be vice versa, or it could be Apple that's chopping around and Amazon is absolutely ripping, but you just don't know. But yeah, I mean that's just that's just terrible. Even NQ, literally the same thing. Had a decent move up, about 40 points, now retracing super low, and I mean you can tell that this is just people getting stopped out. Little 10-point dump, 10-point retrace, 10-point dump, 10-point retrace, just on and on. That's just people getting destroyed. So honestly, I would not be too surprised. Would not be too surprised if we do see a decent move later in the day because enough people have gotten stopped out and crap out, and we can finally get a decent move because some side will get stronger. But I'm just not really seeing anything too crazy. Shopify, yeah, nothing crazy. PayPal, nothing. Disney, nothing. AMD, nothing. Spirit, is there even? I mean, there's like some volume there. And then Upstart, nothing too crazy. Let me see if I still have my OG stocks watch list on Thinkorswim. Yes, sir. So let's see, is coin moving? It is. And next best one is Roku. Roku. How much was this? About 2 points. So I mean, if you longed 1,000 shares at the open, could have been about 2 grand there. But obviously, you would have to long at the open, and that's not a good strategy long term. And there's not a lot of volume at all. I mean, look at that, 1,000 shares. If you bought 1,000 shares, you would have been almost 100% of the volume at 9.49. That's hilarious. So yeah, really the only good name is Coin. Yeah, Future's still doing nothing. Even I mean that's kind of tough, but um, you might have been able to just buy somewhere in here for absorption, but also that's hindsight if you take this out and go. I mean that could easily pulled a 933 candle and just dumped right back down to 126. But sellers just got absorbed, obviously. And then yeah, so honestly, it's pretty flat across the board. Um, I mean, this doesn't have all the stocks, not even close. But on my watch list, the the stock that's the most uh, up is Coinbase, up 4.5%, and then the next is Roku, up 1%, so essentially nothing, and then the stock that's the most down is Neo or Netflix, down 1.5% for Neo, 1.1 for Netflix. So really not a lot of action right now. And I mean I get it. It's only 30 minutes into the market open. It's not that insane or anything. But yeah, just kind of quiet. And honestly, that's pretty much yeah. That is pretty much how it's been. Let me add Coinbase back here too. I don't know why we don't have that. It's really weird. Um, yeah, I mean, that's seriously how January has been for me. Just, I think I'm down like $400 for the month. So kind of sucks, when you show up for almost every single day and you're down $400. But keep in mind, I could show up for 4 hours next month and make 10 grand, just like that. So, yeah, so really nothing you can do. And trading is not like a regular job. It's not by the hour or whatever. It's just more by the opportunity that the market gives you. Like in the time where DWAC moved up DUAC or GME or whatever, all those stocks are moving up like crazy. You could have literally traded for 3 days or just held it and made millions. And the same person could have been trading something else, let's say Google, and made nothing in that same time. So it's really just finding the opportunities. But let's just go back to Meta. I like Meta the most. Yeah, Microsoft's kind of turning on down there, so let's see what the option is at 400. 13.4. Where did I write down? 13.9. So it's actually not as bad as I thought. At 399, the option is down. What would that be? About $600, but you would be down about 1,000 on the stock. So that's not terrible. But once again, that's just where I don't prefer the option, just because it's derived off of the stock price, and it's just really, really weird in my opinion. Yeah. Oh, perfect. I just saw the earnings. So does Meta have earnings? Yes. Okay. So that's why. That's why Meta's premium seemed kind of high to me. But yeah. So we have. Let's go here. So we have nothing today. It'll start tomorrow. Got AMD, Microsoft, Google, Starbucks, but really, so AMD, Microsoft, and Google. So that's going to be fire for tomorrow, or actually for Wednesday. Um, Boeing could be good for Wednesday. QCOM, QCOM could be good for Thursday, and then Amazon, Apple, and Meta will be good for Friday. So yeah, I mean that's also what I'm saying is that um, it doesn't really matter if there's a day that you show up and nothing happens, because I can guarantee you that the rest of this week is going to be crazy. Going to be crazy with all the news and all the earnings. There's going to be a lot of opportunity. But you have to show up on days like this to be able to catch the moves when they happen. And just like that, coin ripping. So look at that, and this is what I'm saying now. Where trading stocks could be better than options, because on Coinbase you only would need you only would have needed what 30, yeah, around, like, let's say 35 grand to put on this trade, and you would have made, let's say, around 4 grand. Meta, you would have needed about 3 times that to make about the same. And that's all hindsight, but that's just relative moves. And let's see what Coinbase options are doing. Let's see if these are moving well. Let's see. Let's do the, I don't even know, 135 calls. Let's put the volume. I don't know why we don't have the volume on there. Okay, there we go. All right, yeah. So, uh, yeah. So volume for the 135 is 4,320 contracts, trading at 3.62 with a 10-cent spread. So 3.65 at 132.45. And that was what? 135, 3.65. So last is 3.75. Now 3.9, 48, 32 volume. So 100. There we go. Rocketing up now. 135 is at 4. So from 3.65 to 4. So 3,650 bucks with 10 contracts would now be around $350 of profit. And again, that's what I'm saying. When when stuff is moving up like no tomorrow, options are not bad at all to trade. Not bad at all. But when you just get chopped up like this, like no tomorrow, I mean, again, obviously you would make no money on the stock if you were trading stocks, but you would probably lose a little bit of money on the option because it's derived and it's not going to be the same price points. So that's where it can just get a little bit rough. But if you have like a multi-day runner, which isn't really going to be too often, it's not going to be too often on names like outs or on names in the top 7. It's gonna be more common on names like Coinbase, Upstart, etc. Um, then those is what like you really want to trade options on. But yeah, so we're kind of coming into a little supply zone, most likely. 135 is at 3.8. 135 is at 3.8. So yeah, so lost about 20 cents on there. Back up to 4 because we are breaking all daily or intraday highs. 4.1. I would love to open up Thinkorswim on here, but it lags so much. It's insane. Wait, oh, yo, that's crazy. Yo, I totally forgot. I totally forgot. I totally forgot. I got Weeble. Let's fucking go. I cannot believe I just forgot I had Weeble. Jeez, come on. Okay, I only have 17 bucks in here. Where is? Jeez. Hold on, let me go use the bathroom really quick. I will be right back. Alright, we are back. Let me just put that up a little bit. Okay, so holy cow, guys! I totally forgot that I have Webull. So I can run a scanner on stocks. I can run a scanner, or I can look at options chains. So that is awesome. So let's go to plug. Okay, plug is not moving up as crazy as I thought. Market cap. Let's increase that to like the max to get anything. All right. Let's do percent change. Lucid. So Lucid. Let's do SoFi actually. Oh, I see. Okay, so SoFi gapped up. Lucid. Look at that, right? Look at that. You could have gotten 10,000 shares somewhere here. So 28,000 to potentially 31, 32,000, right? And again, guys, this is all hindsight. This is all hindsight. But I mean, come on, right? Like you have ES moving like that, NQ, I mean, moving a little bit better, but still nothing too crazy at all. And then you have stuff that's like actually moving really, really nicely. But yeah, I don't really see anything too crazy outside of that. Yeah. Let's just check SQ. Is that moving? Okay, I mean, Square's moving decently. But okay, how do we get back to what even? Oh, here we go. Okay, so we didn't even need. Is this even tradable? Yes. Yeah, and that's the other thing about these stock scanners. Is a lot of times it'll bring up like garbage. A lot of times it'll bring up mostly garbage stocks that like either gapped up overnight or just like some stupid thing that they're not actually moving well. Oh, cool. We can use the spark line. I mean, like, look at that, right? Like, come on, right? Like these should not be anywhere near there. Like even here, garbage, garbage, not good, not good. All right, whatever. Thing goes right here. Covered call selling. Perfect. Got the option chain. Let's go. And I believe data is free. I'm not really sure how to. Oh, there we go. 30. Boom, maybe. There we go. Probably need to do 20 though. Let's bring in a chart. How do I bring in a chart on here? Just make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, ES could maybe start pumping up here, but again, I really don't see a good setup. This is not moving at all. Um, even if you turn to the 5 minute, where's actually the setup? Literally nowhere. So let's go back to Webull. Where the hell do I put in the? Oh, there we go. Add a widget. Is there a chart? There sure is. Let's do 2. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, don't need that on there. Perfect. Alright, cool. Yep, so this is exactly what I was looking for. Is there a way I can just... Okay, there we go. Wow, so Coinbase now is at like 134-ish. And the option is at 2. Wait, what? Wait. Oh, wait. Wait, what? Was I looking... Or is this... No, it's not behind. What the heck am I looking at? Was I looking at the wrong option or something? I don't think so. What? Yeah, that's calls. 135. This says 4.5. That's nowhere near here. Dude, what? Unless. That's what it is. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I think you actually do need to be subscribed to real time options data. Just figured that out. On Thinkorswim, I don't think you do. So, yes, the option now is at 4.3. So, yeah, right? So, 3,650 bucks could have turned into 4,200 bucks. So, 500 bucks in less than, I think, 10 minutes. Yeah, somewhere like that. Again, guys, I'm sorry. I do apologize. I don't have the perfect setup here for. Yeah, boom. There we go. Completely freaking forgot. Um, what is? Oh my god, it's only $3 a month. Well, if I was actually trading options, then I probably would. But yeah, I don't really care. And again, I'd rather just trade the stock anyways. That's infinitely better. Because again, even for options, you still do need 25k plus. So there's no free lunch besides futures, but futures don't have the capability of moving decently every single day. Whereas with stocks, you have what? I mean, at least 100 like decent tradable names every single day. Whereas with futures, you only have two. That's the problem. But yeah, okay, that makes sense. And just like that, so that's what I'm saying, right? So coin went from 4.2 to 3.72. So like you could have gotten just blitzed like that in two candles, and that was 132.45. Yeah, so you'd only be up $100 right now, whereas with stocks you'd be up maybe 200. And again, guys, it's not the same. There's more buying power technically in stocks. Um, yeah, there's more buying power in stocks, but you know, options are just good if you don't have a ton of money to put in. And I definitely will put in more money after I sell crypto, and after crypto hopefully goes up, sell out, have a decent amount of money, then I'll replenish my stock trading and maybe even options trading account on Webull because I think you can trade both of those at the same time. You don't need to have two separate accounts. Um, oh wait, no, you don't have to have two separate accounts on TradeStation. Never mind. Um, Damn, what thing was that then? I think it was just for futures on TradeStation. But yeah, so I'll just replenish my accounts, my stock trading account, options trading. Mostly just trade stocks. But yeah, just go from there. Because again, 25k in crypto could easily be worth 75k by like the end of the year. And could you make 50k on 25k in stocks? Sure, like you definitely could. Um, but I mean, would you rather have to work for it and get super super in depth every single day, or just literally buy and hold and make a decent amount of money? And I like to think about it that like trading is like the active income, like let's say flipping real estate, and like investing or like swing trading is like investing in real estate, not just like actively being out there every day doing calls, all this kind of stuff. Yeah, so now that option is at 3.65. So right at our entry. Yeah, look at that. Now again, I mean, obviously you'd be down two on stock because I got an or mentally got in at 132.45 just for the example. Um, but yeah, so they do move pretty straightforward, especially again on non theta decay days like everything else besides Thursday and Friday. So there's really not like a ton of arbitrage or anything. Um, but I mean, there's still lots of opportunity on both. But yeah, this is just okay. ES just rug pulled. Again, where could you really have seen, or could you really have even seen? Not really. We're still in a range, so I doubt that anyone really made a decent amount of money today. Like I doubt it. If you guys, especially on ES and NQ, or especially on ES, if you see anyone that says they banked on ES today, do not believe them. There was zero movement, and on NQ, I mean, there was not terrible movement, but again, the multiplier is so much less on NQ. It's like half, or it's more than half of what ES is. So even here, I mean, and you would not have entered at the exact Pico bottom and sold at the exact Pico top. So if you just do, let's say, average in here to there, 20 points. So yeah, I sincerely doubt that anyone really banked today. Oh, there's Meta pushing for 400. Come on, log in, log in. Option 400, 14.25, 13.9. Now, when 400 does get broken, it should spike the premium because a lot of people will be buying. And whenever price crosses the boom, there we go. So price now adjusts 13. So point 0.3 at the bid, point 0.4 at the ask, 14.4 at the last. Boom. So already sold off below 400 again. Now bid 0.15. Now bid 0.2. Bid 0.3. Interesting, interesting. Let's see, bid 0.3 still. I mean, hey, not bad. I mean, definitely not bad. But another day, another not massive capitalization. And again, it's all trade offs, right? I mean, do you want to put do you want to put more money into your trading account for stocks and potentially make more, or do you want to put more of that in crypto, but you're not going to be making money every single day? You're going to have to wait for like those big gains and hope to be able to sell out and really time the market decently. So it's all a trade-off. It's all a trade-off. And again, there's no just like amazing arbitrage. There's no free lunch. You can't get everything, all the benefits without having some cons. In futures it's better. You don't need 25k plus, but you're not going to be able to trade, this many names and have this many different opportunities in one day. You're not going to have it even close. You're only going to have potentially two names to trade, ES and NQ. So yeah, it's just tough. But yeah, I think I'm gonna log off here, or at least just the live. Gonna be watching the market throughout the day, but it's just not looking absolutely amazing. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. If you guys are still watching, if you guys can please make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe on this video, that would be fantastic. And I should be live streaming again tomorrow and the rest of the week. So I'll see you guys then.